Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki LaRose, and in today's video, I want to talk about two of my current favorite mascaras, and I want to talk about the differences between the two as well. So one is going to be drugstore, and one is very high-end. So let's get right into it. So there are a ton of mascaras on the market. There's high-end and there's extremely low-end, and I am typically more of a makeup snob. I love my high-end makeup. I love my expensive brands, but what I don't typically spend money on for my kit especially, or myself personally, is mascara. For mascara, I am a drugstore girl all the way. But I do have a formula from a very high-end brand. This is from YSL Beauty, and this is a $29 mascara. And although I love it and I think it's a beautiful formula and it gives you incredible results, there is a mascara that's only $5. And I've been using both of them and comparing the two for months now. And I actually just had to go out and purchase another one of these. This one from Essence, it's the Lash Princess mascara. This one is such a good dupe for the YSL. I just had to share it with you guys. It's $4.99. It is such a great formula. It gives you length, volume. It even gives me a little bit of a curl, which you'll see in a second. But anyway, the point of this whole video is I want to show you guys, you don't have to spend a ton of money on mascara to get a good result. I think there are so many incredible drugstore mascaras on the market, and I just really want to show you guys this one because I've been obsessed with it and I'm on my second tube already. So first, I'm going to apply the YSL Lash Clash mascara on this eye, and then we'll compare the two. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's talk about the brush that the YSL comes with first. So this is the brush. It's pretty big. It's pretty dramatic. You get a lot of mascara that is just on this wand. So if you are someone who has a hard time like knocking your mascara on your eyelid once you've applied your eyeshadow, this might not be the best wand for you. Even I had to be really careful when I'm applying this mascara and using this wand. However, I'm not trying to crap on this mascara. I think this is actually a phenomenal formula. Like I said, let's apply one coat of the YSL on this eye. I'm not gonna curl my lashes because I'm not gonna try to give my lashes a leg up in any way. I wanna have them just be natural and in their natural state, which is not very good. So let's get in with one coat of the YSL Lash Clash. So I'm getting to the root. I'm gently, very gently wiggling it back and forth, and I'm pulling it straight up. That's like my favorite method for applying mascara. But like I said, with this wand being so big, it's a little hard to do that without, getting mascara all over my lash line. Okay, so this is what I would consider one coat of the YSL. I know I went back and forth, but I only consider it one coat because I didn't dip back in for more product. So that makes it technically one coat. So I'm gonna leave this one coat. Now I'm gonna compare one coat on this eye with the Essence Lash Princess mascara. So this one's called, they have three, by the way. There's a pink one, there's a blue one, which is the waterproof, and then there's the green one. To me, this one's been the most popular from what I've seen. Like, it's been like viral on TikTok. It's been talked about a lot online, like on social media. So this is the one that I've chosen to give like a good try. Like I said, I actually bought three of these. I put one in my kit and I've kept two for myself. And this is the second one that I've just opened because I ran out of that first one because I wore it till it ran out. But anyway, this is the False Lash Effect mascara. So let's check out the wand. I have not used this one yet, so there's something about new mascaras, like to me and to a lot of my friends too, they all agree, you kind of need to like pump a little bit of air into like a brand new tube of mascara for the formula to like, it's almost like you have to like activate it in a sense with like a little bit of air. So I'm gonna do that really quick. I'm just gonna get a little bit of air in this guy and kind of get it going. Because you'll notice, I don't know if you've noticed, I noticed this with all mascaras. If it's a brand new formula that I like just opened up and I haven't touched or used yet, it's always better after a couple days where you've pumped some air into it. So anyway, long story short, my husband's looking at me like I'm crazy right now because he has no idea what I'm talking about. But let's look at this brush. So this brush, I'm just gonna compare it really quick. Let's just compare it to the YSL. So it's the same kind of like size. So it's tapered, it's wider at the bottom and it's tapered going up, which I love this kind of shape of a brush for a mascara. I like the taperness of it. I think it makes it very easy to get, you know, to use like that smaller tapered end to get to the inner corner of your lashes, which are usually harder to get to. So I like it for that reason, but it's definitely smaller. It's like probably a size and a half smaller than the YSL one, which I think is like the perfect size. Like this is the ideal size in my opinion. I think it makes it so much easier to really get in there and coat your lashes without making a huge mess. So the brush in my opinion would be pro number one for the Essence mascara. Like I said, in my opinion, you know, this is just my humble opinion about mascara. So let's do one coat now of the Essence Lash Princess on this eye. Okay, so that's one coat of the Essence Lash Princess mascara. Let's take a look at both sides that only have one coat of each. Okay, now let's go back to our YSL Lash Clash and do our second coat, and then we'll really compare the two. Okay, so that is coat number two and the final coat. I'm not gonna do a third coat because it would just be way too much. So now let's go on to the second coat with the Lash Princess. That is coat number two. I might have clumped this side up a little bit on accident. I swear I'm a makeup artist and I know better, but it just happens. Okay, now the application is done, let's talk about the pros and cons of both formulas. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to put down expensive mascaras. Like if you know me, you know I love my bougie makeup. I love expensive makeup. I love all those brands. I love expensive high-end makeup. I'm a sucker. What can I say? I like to give credit to where it's due. And I think that Essence has some great formulas that are incredibly inexpensive and just definitely worth trying. And so I wanted to talk about these two specifically because to me, there's such a similar formula. And so that's why I chose these two to compare. And so in all honesty, I think this is a great dupe for the YSL Lash Clash. And so if you're someone who is not wanting to spend $29 on a high-end mascara and a really popular formula right now, and like I said, I love this mascara. I'm not trying to crap on it at all. I use it all the time. But if you want something that's more affordable and you're looking for an alternative to like a really expensive high-end mascara, I think this is a great option. I think it's definitely worth trying. Now I want to talk about some cons. So the con to this one is I noticed after maybe like 2 weeks of continuous use, I noticed it started to flake very mildly, but it started to flake on me throughout the day. And so it took me a minute to catch it too. Like I'd be, you know, leaving work and I'd have like little like tiny black dots on my face. And I thought it was like, I don't know what I thought it was actually, but it took me a minute to realize it was my mascara because it's a really fine flake. I will say that. It's very fine, but it does flake just a little bit. It's not horrible. It's not great. But for $5 and for the amount of length and volume and thickness that you get with this mascara, to me, I think it's an okay trade-off. To each their own. I just want to point out, I think it's a great formula. And they also, like I mentioned earlier, they make a waterproof one as well. And so the waterproof one, I had in my kit for a while until it ran out. and I was using it on my clients who have more oily skin or have eyes that tend to run with allergies. And that waterproof one, no complaints. Not one client came to me and said, hey, Nikki, I have flakes of mascara on my face. What are you using on me? It was just a great formula and it lasted so well. So if you do notice it flakes, or if you're someone who has more oily skin or has a tendency to have like runny eyes, like where you have allergies and your eyes are constantly watering, try the waterproof one. It's still pretty easy to get off if you use like a good cleanser, like a more oil-based cleanser or a cleansing balm especially. It'll take it right off and it won't strip your lashes and it won't be harmful for your lashes. So now let's talk about the YSL Lash Clash. This is a $29, let's just round up to 30. It's a $30 mascara. They sell it at Sephora, they sell it online, they sell it at, I think, Nordstrom. You'll find it, trust me. But the cons to me for this mascara, if I had to choose a con or two, the con for me is after maybe a week, 2 weeks, probably more closer to 2 weeks, it did dry up pretty quickly. So the formula is great. I love the formula. It gives you incredible results as you see right here, but it did dry up pretty fast. And I hadn't been using it like every single day. I had been using it like 3 times a week, which is not like 7 days a week, right? And I noticed after like probably about 2 weeks, it was pretty dried up. My final con for this mascara, if I had to talk about cons, like I said, I love this formula. I still love it. I still use it. My final con would be it's actually very hard to remove. And it took me a minute to realize like that it was this mascara. So I take my makeup off at night with a cleansing balm. And normally the cleansing balm that I use takes off anything. Waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliner, you name it. Like it will take everything off it because it melts your makeup off, right? And it's like oily, so it really helps to dissolve and melt your makeup. But with this mascara, I always still had remnants of it at my lash line. And it took me a minute to figure out like, oh my God, that's my mascara. It's not coming off completely. It's really hard to remove. So then I had to switch it out and I started using a like liquid oil remover, like an oil-based, like a cleansing oil, basically like in a pump, which normally I don't typically use that kind of cleanser because it's really messy. I like the balms because they're more like, you have more control. They're not dripping down your wrist when you're trying to wash your face and get all over the place. So I switched to something like that, which is normally will get off anything. And I still have remnants of this mascara at my lash line. So that's a bummer. You know, you don't want to have to like scrub your lashes off and your eyeballs off just to get a mascara off at night or in the morning, whatever. Like you want to be able to take it off with ease so you're not damaging your lashes. So that is my biggest con with this mascara, is it's not easy to take off. However, just want to come back to this mascara. This glides off my lashes like with ease. Like I don't even have to like go for like 2 rounds of cleansing balm to get it off. It comes off with one. I could feel it, like I could feel my lashes, like if I twist them or just kind of like pinch them a little bit, the formula just kind of glides right off. Whereas this one is like hard as a rock when I'm trying to do that. So to wrap up this video, those are my pros and cons for these 2 mascaras. And just to sum it up, I do believe that this is a dupe for the YSL Lash Clash. And if you don't believe me, I dare you to go try it. If you do try it, please leave me a comment. Let me know if you agree with me, if you hate this mascara. There were a couple people that did kind of go after me on Instagram when I was posting about this for a minute, saying how much they hated it. But then there was even more people that were DMing me saying how much they loved it. So the jury's out. I think it's a solid $5 well spent, like more than well spent. Let me know, like I said, what you think of that mascara, if you hate it or if you love it as much as I do. And also if you've tried the YSL Lash Clash, let me know what your thoughts on this one are. If you had the same problem with me where it was really difficult to remove, I'm dying to hear from you guys. Let me know. This has been my high versus low video on mascaras. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas for like a good high versus low category of makeup that you'd want me to film next. I'm all ears. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like this video and you like this kind of style, give it a big thumbs up. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm at Makeup by Nikki the Rose. And on TikTok, I'm the same name. I'm at Makeup by Nikki the Rose on all 3 platforms. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.